And yes, I was just recently visiting my mom. Hi there, here is Shai, and I'd like to present to you a new bike on our Shai Bike channel. This is the gravel bike Marin Gestalt 2. Now we're gonna have 2 episodes when I'm really thoroughly testing this bike. Today we're gonna weigh the frame and look into the details. That's why you're not gonna be hearing me as well, as fine as usually. I'm not using my mic because I will be just messing up with the wire, showing you all the details. And then for a couple of months this bike will be traveling with us. We're gonna do some workouts during the winter on this one as well, and we're gonna have fun. So let's start testing it. Alright, so where does the Gestalt 2 sit in the range of marine bikes? Now, Gestalt, we have 3 models, 1, 2 and 3. And those will belong to the family of bikes called Beyond Road. This is the type of the bike that will allow you to be fast on the tarmac and also go off the road, like on some gravel, for example. Now, Gestalt 1 will have same frame as Gestalt 2, so same aluminum alloy, but the fork will be made fully of aluminum. Both steering tube and the blades will be made of aluminum alloy, different drivetrain, different components, drivetrain 2x9, which is quite cool in my opinion. Now here we have 1x10 drivetrain, same frame, Marin call it Series 3 aluminum alloy, but the fork sounds like this, and that means it has carbon, it is carbon bladed, so the blades are made of carbon. And then the Gestalt 3, that's this one, will really stand out here because of its different frame. So different aluminum alloy, through axle in the rear and tapered head tube. Okay, some details now. You know most likely the concept of the gravel bike. So basically we want to have bike with the road bars, with the geometry kind of like on the road bike, like road comfy bike, endurance bike, but with a much greater clearance for the tires, because we want to go through some small rocks, some gravel. So it will be the difference, the main difference between the road bike and the gravel bike. And also we have those adapters for fenders and racks, both rear and the front. Very often gravel bikes would allow you to mount 3 bottle cages. This one has only 2 here. And geometry wise, I'm not going to be comparing this one to a road bike, because the road bike is not made for going off the road, but maybe to the CX bike, which is the cyclocross. You know from my channel Merida Cyclocross 500, and the main difference is that this bike in the same size, like 56 for me, will be higher than Cyclocross Merida and shorter. That means more upright position, more comfort during the ride. Now in terms of how the bike handles, we'll test it very thoroughly, but the wheelbase is more than 2 centimeters shorter than on the Merida, so that's less stability, more agility. And also the head tube angle here is 72.5 comparing to 72 on the Merida. So the less degree, the more slack angle, the more stable ride. The closer to 90-degree angle, the more like quick and agile the bike is. So we'll see how it handles. Also, the bottom bracket is lower than on the Merida Cyclocross. So these are at least the differences between Cyclocross Merida and this one. The geometry in the Cyclocross world also changed now, but now you know the main difference. Finally, what do we actually get for just around $1,200 from Marin here? Now you already know the frame is made of aluminum alloy. Marin say in the catalog it is both butted and also formed. Now this is not double butting or triple butting, I think, because they only say butted. So I think we should have like 2 different widths or sizes of the walls on those tubes, and it's hydroformed, probably hydroformed, it's formed at least. We can see that on the top tube here, that is giving us very strong connection to the head tube. Also the main tube seems to be formed, but then the rest of the bike doesn't really seem to use so much of a technology. The seat tube seems to be just a very simple tube. Those seat stays as well, they only bend here in order to connect with the seat tube. So there is not so many technologies like forming giving us, for example, more comfort or some vibration damping. Here those chainstays are huge in my opinion, and this profile will not really be bending, be giving us more comfort. So we'll see how it works on some long rides. So yes, it is butted, it is formed, but I think that Marin does not have to use so much time in the production process on this frame. We can see those welds here are smoothened just a little bit, but only those you can see very well. Those here just around bottom bracket and there with this gasket, they are untouched. I mean, I'm not against it, it's okay. I do also like the look of the welds. I'm just trying to find out how much work does actually Marin spend on this $1,200 aluminum bike. Okay, so now the components, and that's also difficult. You are not actually able to say what components you have. I have SRAM Rival, I have SRAM Apex, I have something, because each part comes from different range of components. Let's start with Marin. We have seat post clamp, seat post, saddle, stem, bars, wheels from Marin. So probably that would be someone producing those for Marin. I don't know, but most of the brands do it for the low and mid-range level bikes. And then the cranksets, that's something I don't necessarily like about this bike, because on the Gestalt 1, the lower model, we have Shimano crankset. It's a double chainring, but we know what we have, we know the model, we can check the weight, we can check the reviews online. This crankset is just a aluminum crankset with integrated chromoly spindle. That's what we know, so actually it is a no-name crankset. That's a bit of a shame here. Also the Gestalt 3 will have SRAM Rival probably crankset, so also something we know. I'm not saying it's not good, but I should know what I'm buying for $1,200 here. So that's something in my opinion Marin should take a look at. The chain and the cassette that comes from SRAM, we have 10 speed in the rear, so 1x10. We have narrow wide chainring here. 11 through 42, so 42x42, that would be the lowest gear here. And then in the rear we have SRAM GX derailleur working with SRAM Apex shifter. On the left, of course, we have only the braking lever because there is no front derailleur. So SRAM Apex, why not SRAM Apex in the rear? Because this one has to work with the capacity of the cassette. What I really like about those SRAM clutch system on the rear derailleurs is that we have this lock here that really helps us with removing the rear wheel. I'm just locking the derailleur in this position. It's like almost, yeah, it's completely loosened, and it will make removing the rear wheel so much easier. Very good. The brakes, these are mechanical Tektro Spire C, which I do like. In my opinion, these were very good on Merida Cyclocross I was testing, so these are just okay. 160mm rotors. And now we'll just see how much the frame weighs and what about the cable routing. This is it, this is our frame, this is how it looks like. I think I haven't mentioned yet that this is the matte silver color, which I like. You can hear it now. It's always a bit more difficult to clean, but it does look very, very nice. The paint job on this bike is really cool. It looks just awesome. I have just nothing more to comment on this. In terms of the welds are all very, don't mean smooth, but very even and nice looking, good looking, just well done. This is how it looks like here. So the frame looks really fine and good quality. One thing I don't like about many bikes in nowadays is this open port. As you can see, here we have the internal routing for the rear derailleur. This frame is also front derailleur ready, very, very good, because I would really love to have front derailleur on such a bike. But then those cables, how to go through this slider, if you will, through just a hole in the frame. I don't like it, because you know, those manufacturers, they just say bottom bracket, stiffness, strength, and so on, and then they make such a huge hole. It's like a lack of weld here on a very long distance here. So I do not like it. There will be some mud and dirt coming inside the frame. There is no wiring here. The wire ends here, and then we have only the cable, so it won't be rubbing against this mud or dirt here inside. But this I would like to have done in such a manner as here. So that was one thing. Once more, racks, fenders, and how is it called? You know, the little thing you can mount here. So that your bike stand or something like that, you can mount it here. It's ready for this. Very, very good. Let me say now what's the weight. So I'm gonna just switch on my weight. I already did check the weight, and I guessed exactly how much it weighs. How do you think? The 56 size aluminum frame or of a gravel bike, so kind of stronger and more stiff maybe than the road bike, but the weight is 1800. Okay, I can just leave it like that. So 1816 grams. It's rather heavy. This frame is heavy. So just as I said, there is some butting and forming, but it's not a lot, and it's definitely not like super lightweight butting. Okay. Another thing I wanted to show you is the weight of this crankset, because we don't know much about it. Okay, sorry, that was my dinner break. 787, so it is quite heavy. Another thing I don't like so much about it is that you can see some rust even on those races here, some small rust. So I don't like it so much. There is maybe no point of weighing like all the stuff I have here. But one more thing is this GX rear derailleur, and it's 299 grams. Okay, something like that. Last thing I want to show you is the bottom bracket, because the fork. Let me show you how much the fork weighs. It's 780 grams, carbon alloy, 250 millimeters of the steer. So 780, that's one thing. And another thing is the bottom bracket. Marin say it's only sealed cartridge bottom bracket. We don't know the brand, but I just removed it and I see the brand here, and it's Samox. So we know exactly. It's not really smooth working. We'll see how it works after a couple of kilometers. So I'm gonna update you with all that. Now I'm gonna just take that mess, clean it, and put the bike back together. Now, one more thing. The cassette is not SRAM, it's Sunrace. Alright, guys, if you have any further questions, let me know. Please like and share my videos if you like my work here, and very, very soon I'm going to release the test episode 2. Thanks for watching. Bye. Okie dokie, 21st of October, Friday, my killer and my suit is ready for tomorrow's race. There will be some 50 minutes cross country, really nice one. And today, after a nice week of training, I'm going to do only the recovery ride, because yesterday I made quite hard pick and fade interval session, so it was nice. And tomorrow I think it will be some interesting and quite easy race, so we'll see. I'm jumping on the bike and tomorrow I'm filming for you that race. Hi there, Shaibak here. It's Saturday 22nd of October, and today we have the blessed day of racing. It's also blessed day because the race is not at 10 o'clock but 12 o'clock, and it's only 20 minutes ride from my place. That means I get to sleep as long as I want. It was cool. So now I'm just packing up, the bike is ready, everything is ready, and let's just hit the place where we get to race. It's Monday, October 24th. Today I didn't feel like doing some turbo trainer session, but I did. I watched one of my races on the computer, and then I made the 60-minute training session. So 10 minutes it was warm up, then 5 minutes then 10 minutes off the saddle, 5 minutes recovery, 5 minutes in the aero position, 10 minutes off the saddle, 5 recovery, 5 aero, 10 minutes off the saddle, and it was quite nice. I liked it. It's 25th of October, Tuesday. I'm feeling like I'm riding outdoor way too little and I'm vlogging way too little. But I just want you to know that it's all heading in a good direction. Pretty much soon, I hope, I will get some really nice guy, also a cyclist, to help me with the editing of my videos, because as you see, editing of my videos sucks, and it sucks because I don't have time for that. I used to just do rides and films and everything so long each day that I wouldn't have time to actually make like really nice edited video. But I was putting a lot of content out there on YouTube. Now I'm getting many offers on testing bikes and components and so on and so on. It takes time. I just want to somehow get these things organized and have someone help me with the editing. And then, guys, I'm really hoping to spend much more time there, outdoor, with these bikes, not only on the turbo trainer, and show you and encourage you who are already cyclists and everyone else to show you how beautiful cycling is. So today I'm going outdoor, no particular plan, no training session, let's call it like that. I'm just going outdoor, having fun, but riding fast. So I'm gonna hit it. How more?